Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
The current state of the country is a crisis. Is a country in crisis and a country in mourning. And let's go to the other one, the country in mourning. Zambia lost its sixth president, Dr. Edgar Lungu, on 5th June 2025. And over 1.5 months later, his remains have not been put to rest. So the country remains, somehow suspended. You can't go past this issue of the late president and the current standoff. Maybe probably start with your condolences and then give us an analysis where we are. And then there's particular reference to Dr. Kaunda, how his remains were treated, because Dr. Kaunda wished that he be put first in Chinsali at Shambalakale, and then later he revised. The point was that he wanted to be laid next to Betty. I was privileged, I was PS at a time when Mama Betty died. Northern Province and Muchinga were under me. And President Michael Sata gave me instructions to go and prepare Shambalakale because Mama Betty and Dr. Kaunda were going to be laid there. So you were a spokesperson for 7 years. You can use this opportunity and give us insights to the current standoff where we are. But maybe start with your condolences.
Okay. Yeah, well, certainly the bereavement that we have in the country is a very sad one. Death is never easy. And certainly I wish to convey my condolences to the Lungu family, first and foremost. And then to the larger family of the Lungu, since he was president of the PF at the time. So I also convey those condolences to the PF. I had an opportunity, myself and my colleague, Ambassador George Lumanda, to have traveled to South Africa when we all thought we were going for a church service and a burial. Unfortunately, when we arrived there, we were told that there was this dispute and the burial never took place. We had an opportunity to actually convey our condolences personally to the former First Lady, to Mama Esther Lungu, and to the family. And we could see that obviously she was in a lot of pain. And she was also in a lot of anguish at the development that had occurred, in that all of us were seated there in church waiting for us to proceed. And the state went to the extent of carrying out what they did. So I think that is unfortunate. My condolences, heartfelt condolences. That is the first thing. The second issue, I think I have to be very blunt, that if you are being fair, if you are trying to look at this thing from all sides and every angle, one has no other choice but to conclude that the manner in which the state has handled this bereavement has been very, very bad. It has been in bad taste. It has appeared that the state's aim has been to punish the family, and that is exactly what they are doing. I think there is no other way in which you can conclude, apart from the fact that this is a government who wants to punish a person who they see as an adversary. It was handled very, very badly, starting from the people who they chose to go and try and negotiate with the family. That is Honorable Kavindele and the former and Leslie Mbola, both of whom I know and I have a lot of respect of. But unfortunately that both of them had made what one would regard as snide remarks and unfair remarks on the bereavement and on the legacy of Dr. Lungu. And I think that it was very careless for the government chosen people who clearly the rest of us knew that they would not be the remarks that they had made. And subsequently, the breaking of the agreement, which was publicized to everyone, we were all expecting. The fact that they also breached that agreement is also in bad taste. The fact that after they were quite sure that the family wanted to proceed with the burial, that they would go to the extent of actually going to put an injunction is also in bad taste. So my view is that the state has handled this very carelessly, and I think that in all honesty they should have allowed for the family to carry on with the burial as the family had wished. It is not in the best interest of the state or any of us to prolong the issue of having the family keep the body for 2 months now, literally. Now, you also asked the question about the comparison which is being made with the issue of Dr. Kaunda. And I have always personally shared the people that I don't think that that is a very fair comparison. The only similarity between Dr. Kaunda's issue and that of Dr. Edgar Lungu is the fact that you had 2 former heads of state who had passed on. I think that that is really the only similarity. The differences are the following. The first difference is that Dr. Kaunda died more than 20 years after he left office. And when he died, the people who were in government were not the people who he and the family thought were persecuting him. So there was no acrimony between Dr. Kaunda and the people who were in government. I think that that is a very fundamental difference. On the other hand, President Edgar Lungu died shortly after he left office, 3.5 years after he left office, and that the people who the family and the PF saw as their persecutors by the fact that they could not allow him to go to seek medical help, that they were making his life generally miserable, were people who directly took over after him. So I think that people have to understand that that in itself is a major difference. Okay, that one had acrimony with the government, the other one did not. There were maybe 3-4 other presidents between when Dr. Kaunda died and when there was some acrimony with the state. So that is the first difference. The second difference between the two is the fact that my understanding was that in the Kaunda family issues, there was no unanimity within the family about the decision which was being taken by one member of the family who wanted to pursue the interest of Dr. Kaunda in regard to what he was told. But there were other members of the family who actually were of the view that they should side with the government. In fact, I am aware of the negotiations that were taking place with various members of the family of the Kaundas. As you know, and as we've discussed, I think I can honestly claim that I'm fairly close to the family. I wasn't part of the negotiations or whatever, but I was privy to what was going on. So there was no disagreement. However, in the case of the Lungu family, there is absolute unanimity within the family of President Lungu as to what instructions and what desires they believe was given to them. So there was no difference there. And I think that that is a major difference. Third difference, and I'll get to the last one in a while. The third difference is this, that at the time that Dr. Edgar Lungu passed on, he was president of an active political party. In other words, he was in active politics. And while he was in active politics, his benefits were all withdrawn. At the time Dr. Kaunda died, he was not in active politics, and he had all his benefits. Again, that is a major difference. And lastly, it is actually dishonest to suggest that the burial of Dr. Kaunda took place as a result of a court order. I saw my brother Kaweche Kaunda when he was explaining this, that the court order came after there was already a decision by the state to bury Dr. Kaunda because there were some negotiations with other members of the family and other people who said that they should proceed to do so. So it is inaccurate to suggest that that burial was as a result of a court order. In fact, Kaweche boycotted to the burial on the strength that his father, Dr. Kaunda, had told him that he should do everything possible to prevent the state taking over the burial. So he wasn't even there. Okay? So I think that these are cardinal differences. But let me conclude on this matter by saying this. I think that from the perspective that I saw when I had an opportunity to sit with Mama Edgar Lungu, I think that in the unlikely event that the court would make a decision that the burial should take place in Zambia with the participation of the state, my fear is that the family feels so aggrieved that they may take the position which my elder brother Kaweche took by boycotting the burial. Now, I hope that it doesn't come to that. But I know of cases where families decide, in our local language, kufitila. And I don't think that that would be in the best interest of the family, nor would it be in the best interest of the state. So that is where I would leave this matter at the moment.
Clearly, the standoff is totally unnecessary. I think it demonstrates lack of leadership, and it exposes, in my view, President Hakainde Hichilema's approach to many issues. You know, and this matter probably would have been resolved. What do you think they should have done differently? And the matter is in court. What do you think can be done? Is there still hope to resolve this standoff? Because the hostility keeps on going.
I think that the best way in which this matter can
with the letter that was done yesterday by the Attorney General's lawyers, where they are saying there are envoys that have been sent by the state to ensure that they see the body, and they're using words like inspect, authenticate. Now, one would wonder, why would they send people to authenticate? First, are they doubting the signatures of the doctors who certified the president dead? What do they mean when they say authenticate? Did that word surprise you? And for me, that goes to lengthen the crisis further, because it sows seeds of discord, and I think pain for the family. I don't know what your views are, Mr. Lungu.
Well, again, I think that, let me be as blunt as I possibly can. I think that the behavior of the state is an act of absolute cruelty to the family of the late Edgar Lungu. It's just cruel. It's extremely cruel. And as you are saying, it is an indication of the type of character that I believe is descriptive of those people who feel that they must do what they are doing. In my advice in resolving this matter is for the state to withdraw the court case in South Africa, to apologize to the family for the enormous pain that they have caused to them, and to allow the family to proceed and bury. I think that really, for me, that is the most suitable way to go. So if I was in the position of President HH, that is the position I would take. Anything else is just a continuation of cruelty to the family. Now, let me also say that if you consider the issue of the affidavit which they submitted, in which they want to inspect the body, I have actually had conversation with a lot of people who believe the propaganda that has been spread by the UPND government, that it is in fact false, that the former president has passed. And I find that that is very detestful, and I believe that it is an enormous ask by the government to ask people to believe that there could be some sort of foul play in terms of creating an impression that someone has passed when that person has not passed. It would be an incredible act to ask that so many people would travel to South Africa, that there would be the Archbishop of Lusaka there, that there would be the Archbishop of Johannesburg to attend a funeral mass if the family has decided to dupe the state about somebody's death. I think that behavior like this for a country of ours is extremely worrying. And I would not blame those people who believe that there is superstition involved and that there is possibilities, accusations or fears of witchcraft involved. I am a Christian myself. I know that the devil exists, and I know that black magic exists. I don't believe witchcraft, but clearly it appears that some of the players in the in the UPND government appears to believe in black magic. I mean, one has no other conclusion to arrive at, and that is very sad in a country which says that it is a Christian nation. And the fact that the clergy, some of the clergy have tried to lend credibility to the cruelty of the state to a family is worrying for me. So if they want to resolve this issue, I think that the best way is for the state to withdraw.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.